One. So I'm going to meet this here. Slide my stick up so that it meets his hand. All right. And I'm going to rotate and slide in and hit. All right. As I do that, I'm going to disarm this over my arm. All right. My arm's fulcrum, just press around. Okay. So from there, I hit, and I'm going to slide up and punyo here, or butt with the butt of the stick. Then drop down. This is a grinding, kind of rolling drop. You want to go towards his center. If I go towards his outside, I just slip off. So I want to go in towards his center and drop his body. As he's dropping, I'm going to reach around and catch. They may go all the way to the ground. They may just kneel. Doesn't really matter. Then arm bar and choke. Okay? He comes in. I'm going to raise this up. This is potentially a knuckle shot. I'm going to raise this up, drive through, rotate my left from palm down to palm up. I want to be over his punyo, under his wrist. I want to be under the wrist crease. Okay, so the disarm here is called we call it a leverage disarm. Relies on his punyo, the butt of his stick as a fulcrum against this. So I'm going to lift with my left hand, press straight down with my right. Okay. If I let his wrist roll, then I have to change my line. I have to go back towards him, right? Because it has to come out through that space in the hand, right? So if I let his wrist bend, it's still feasible. I can still get disarm, but I have to go back this way, right? I wanted to go up, down, so I make a platform under that crease to minimize that bend. Now I get it on this line, right? So again, so 2, 1, 2, and I'm hitting here as I disarm. I like that as a target, and if it doesn't matter if it's there or not, I'll hit whatever is there. But from here, if he's firing this, I can pass this and come into other options, right? So it gives me a monitor as well as a strike, okay? So 1, 2. Now from here, I'm going to slide up, go behind his elbow, turn his axis as I shoot in. Okay, I reach up under the stick, around, and there's my choke. Okay, this is identical to a rear naked. The biggest difference, go ahead and take a knee, so I have to mess with the height. In a rear naked, you want to decrease your forearm on his trachea, right? And this gives you the rear naked. On this, you want this crease between the stick and the hand on that place instead of this here, right? This puts the stick against the carotid and affects a nice tight choke. If I do this, I'll still get a choke, but now the stick becomes pointless, right? So, 1, 2, 3, right? There's my. We've got. You can get a choke from any of these 4 positions with your stick. Okay. There's a choke at each of those positions, or multiple chokes, really. At this point, we've done this one and this one. Right? It was out here, but it's the same position. Okay. So now we'll go to this one. This one's it's the exact same choke we just did, but a lot tighter, because your body ends up, or their body ends up fighting your arm and making it tighter. So we'll do the same entry. Right? 1, 2 here, but now I'm going to take my stick here and pull him down. Now, I like efficiency. So if I'm under my stick, I'm going to go under it and around. If I'm over my stick, I'm going to go over and around. Usually it depends on height. However, if I want to go over, or maybe I just want to be meaner to Lonnie, right? Then I'm going to motorcycle this into his body like we did on this side, pull him into a headbutt, and that drops him down. Right? Then I reach over, under, and grab. Right? There's my choke. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I strike through, hit the ribs, come up, palm up, tip pointed at his center. Now this is my fulcrum, and I lever around that. I come over, my stick, hit, thrust, right? And here again, I'm really looking to tear into the jugular here and rip past With a stick, I probably won't puncture it or break it, but it's still just a nasty shot, right? Or into his face or into his eye, whatever. But I want to go this side, okay? So here, step past, catch. Now there is a choke here, but we're going to bypass that for the time being. Now I want his trachea in the crook of my arm. So I need to reach a little bit deep, tuck this under, and there's my choke. And this is a compression between forearm and stick, okay? Here, here. Right, it's very quick, right? So, comes in, and I maybe I hit, shoot up, and then block, okay? 1, 2, smash, or hit smash and then go around. We'll do that variation, right? So you don't have to worry about the length of your punyo. So here, smash, pop, and then either press like this or tuck it. So another one off that same entry. This is one of my favorites. Here I'm going to smash here. I want to turn around here. So I want to keep control of his weapon because I'm not going to disarm. Bang. I pin his hand to my side and I reach through and maintain that. As I do that, draw him in at the knee and shoot through. And I get the bottom of my punyo here. If I don't have a long enough punyo, I can cup it and drive it in. Right? But if I have a punyo, we're back to this scissors. This one is the neck crank variant. If my arm is high like this, if I bring it in tight, now I've got the choke. Angle 1. I'm going to start with the same entry that I did initially. Here, right? Now I'm going to catch here. Same compression we did on the neck. I'm catching at the grease the wrist. Now I'm going to take that, and this is this wrist lock here. I'm going to take my step back, over, down. Okay? So 1, 2. There's my disarm. Catch this. There's my lock. 1, 2. Disarm. Catch. 3. I like to hit. Can be there, whatever. But I hit as I drive this in. Up, over, comes in, I'm going to go here, 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 right? And on this hit, I'm going to switch under, okay? So again, 1, 2, 3, here. Now I'm going to do this with this arm as I push this, bang, okay?
Right to the knee after that.
Potentially, yes. So now, that's one variation. Another variation, one that I prefer actually, is that I'm going to spin him high, bring him into my elbow here, okay? Then dump, okay? Aikido calls this a ribi nagi. This is the exact same principle except that I'm using the stick as the lever instead of my arm. So, 1, 2, 3. There's my takedown. If I want to choke, here, okay? So 1, 2, 3, dump, and then here's base, and here again, I don't have to get my hand under here. I can have this base on the ground and get the choke. Right? So the snake disarm, which is this, is the most common disarm in general and in Filipino martial arts. Every system I've seen teaches it. Every non-Filipino system I've seen teaches it. And it's most commonly gotten disarm in sparring. It's incredibly common. Consequently, it also has a billion counters to it. Right? This is one of them. So he's going to do the snake on me. Okay? Here, here. At this point, I reach under. I open up and break the eyes, and now. Here, here, 1, 2. Now, also, again, I can, at this point, try not to get a shirt, go into my chokes.